12 inches below the surface for the next cherry bomb.
Okay, from halfway down the tank, 3, 2, 1.
This time, the boat's not been totaled.
We need a hose out of here right away. We got electrical cords need to be picked up.
But the tank has.
Me.
With more scale tests to come, it's all hands to the pump to salvage some science. But it's not all doom and gloom.
Well, our breech tank notwithstanding, that last test was beautiful. As it explodes, you can see this perfect sphere of fire expand, and as it's expanding, pushes the boat literally out of the water. It was exactly what we were looking for.
Oh, that boat is going straight up.
It's lifting it beautifully.
It made it at least to the rim of the tank.
At least to the rim of the tank. That's significant. Go. Unfortunately, the tank wasn't perfectly glued around the seams, so we're going to empty this tank out. We're going to reseal it.
All right.
We're going to try it one more time. Ah, yeah.
So far, we've set off 2 explosions, one right next to the boat and then one in the middle of the water. Now, both of those results were entirely different. And so this time, we're going to put the explosion much further away, right on the bottom of our tank, and we'll see what that does.
This is depth charge at the bottom of the tank. 3, 2, 1, go! Go! Boat upside down error, but no leaks. Go!
It would be kind of upsetting to be turned upside down instantly, though.
I believe that's the very definition.
Slowed down. It's clear that Test 3 did lift the boat up and out, but not as much as Test 2. Meaning, come full scale, a depth charge positioned between the boat and the bottom may give them the result this myth needs.
We've learned that doing controlled experiments like this can sometimes give us clues that we didn't even know were there as to what's really going on. Now, in this case, what we saw was that if the explosive is too close, it'll blow it up. If it's too far away, it won't move it as much. Now, we'll be keeping all of that as food for thought when we go out into the full scale, and hopefully we'll pick the right ratio.
But before going large, what else is on the docket?
So, Walter White's machine gun booby trap.
Yes, the metaphorical testing of the phrase blowing out of the water. In the finale of Breaking Bad, Walt puts an autonomous machine gun in the trunk of his car, sets it off, and takes out all of his enemies at once.
Spoiler alert.
Come on, who hasn't seen Breaking Bad at this point?
Okay, well, if I remember correctly, that was an M60 machine gun.
Indeed it was. What are you thinking?
Well, that's probably got quite a kick. I figure we ought to go to the gun range and see what we're dealing with.
I like where you're going with that. Let's do it. Now, Walt's booby trap depended on a lashed-down, autonomously firing M60 machine gun in the trunk of his car. But could the rig he built have even held on to such a legendarily powerful weapon? The gun fires 550 rounds per minute. That is a lot of lead. Well, in order to get to know the gun, Jamie and I are going to fire it here at the Chabot Gun Club to check how much recoil and power the weapon really has. Now, Jamie said he was coming with a gun, and he's around here somewhere.
This is the M60 machine gun. It was developed in the 50s for the U.S. Army and used by them through the 90s. Now, this is the iconic machine gun that you would have seen hanging off the side of a helicopter gunship in any Vietnam War